Is it on?
It's on.
Hello, everybody. This is Peter Hasna. This is just a continuation of a lost check that I've been dealing with for over a year. As a matter of fact, yesterday was my 1 year anniversary of hell. But you guys, you just seen the video just prior to this. I definitely need your assistance. You guys, what ended up happening, the simplest thing I can explain to you. I know the last video that you just seen did not say it. But I said some very, very, very vulgar words to the bank manager of the Bank of Nova Scotia here in Calgary after realizing that the only way for them to release that $400,000 plus check to me is through an surety bond. And unfortunately, with 1,000 emails, like probably 20, 30 emails from different insurance companies, nobody will give me an insurance bond on the check because I'm not the issuer of the check, and it has to be the lawyer, and the money from the lawyer left his account. So let me just tell you after that. So what ended up happening is I said some very nasty, vulgar words to the bank manager, and I believe it's cost me everything for the next 10 years, the next 9 years, is what they're saying. Because I believe what ended up happening is I just said the wrong thing. The ego got in place, his ego, my ego, and here we are today. So let me just tell you the update since then. I went and I asked the lawyer of the check to see about the surety bond, even stating the fact that I am responsible for the payment of the bond, responsibility of this, responsibility of everything. And because of the fact the money left his account and it's at the Bank of Nova Scotia's ledger, the money's still there. That the bank's making interest on it. So it left the bank manager's thing. So why would he get insurance on something that left his account? And I get it. Now I do have that here. I'm not going to go in detail, guys. It's going to be a very quick video. I just need your help. I need your support. I hope to God somebody can read this. It says specifically that they can't give an issuer if they can't give a bond if I'm not the issuer. And the bank is saying they only want a surety bond. So since then, went back and forth, because of the fact I said some very nasty things to the bank manager. Every time I see him, I just want to go crazy, and I know he wants to go crazy with me. So I took one of my partners, or my investor, or one of my partners in business, went to the bank, begging him, pleading him, that he's the only one can help us, because as you guys know from the video, I talked to the office of the president, the ombudsman, and they both said it's discretionary of the bank, or the bank manager. So I went to the bank manager and begged them with my partner, begging him, telling him what our situation is, that there's a lot of people suing us. My partner's a home builder, and there's a lot of tradespeople want to get paid. It's not just me, it's just families and families and families being hurt because of this, because I believe that it's just an ego, because of the fact I said the wrong things to him. So I wish to God I can say I'm sorry to him in front of the whole world, but it's too late, it's impossible. I just need that help. So what I'm trying to say very badly is this. We went over there begging him, as I said, and telling him the whole situation. And he commented, and I got everything on recording, and I'm gonna put the link at the bottom of this page, stating the fact. I asked him if it's a discretionary use of the bank manager. Like, you're the only one can help us. Can you please help us? Me and my partner. And then what he ended up saying, even if I, quote unquote, and you'll hear it on the thing, quote unquote, even if I could, I don't have to. Even if I could, I don't have to. That's okay. So we went crazy. What other solution? We want a surety bond. I said, you got the email from that surety company. I forwarded it to you. This is what it says. And anyway, to make a long story short, find another solution. So I ended up talking to a very dear friend of mine, very successful businessman here in Calgary. And what he made me do, he's also a notary of the public. And what he made me do is take a picture of this face in May of 2018. And he got it notarized with the fact that with my driver's license, my passport, everything. And then he wrote a letter notarizing, gave it to the lawyer to rechange it and send it to the bank to stop payment on that check. With anybody tries to cash it with my name, my picture, my driver's license number, my passport, my expiry date in detail. We waited. No response from the bank whatsoever. And then I ended up going there and asking, what do you want? He said, there has to be another solution. So the same gentleman that told me to do that, what he made me do, he allowed me to do, is he has a property valued a lot more than the $415,000 check. The city assessment is, I think, $620,000. And if we appraise it, we got an appraisal about maybe almost $1 million. So literally 2.5 times minimum of the property. So I gave it to, I called the bank manager. And this is what I said to him. Is it possible that if I can give you a property that's valued this much for 1 year term, And this is what he said, quote unquote, and I don't have that one recorded unfortunately, but quote unquote, is, I don't think we're talking the same language. Next time start emailing me, and he hanged up on me. Anyway, so that same day or the next day, I ended up going to the bank, and I said, "What can we do?" And he wouldn't even. He said, "Just give me something." Waited. He said, "Let me see what I can get an answer for you." I ended up going to get that the title of the property, the city assessment of the property, and a letter I emailed him with all this attachment stating the fact that I'll give you a property worth almost $1 million for a 1-year term. Can you please ask the bank if it's feasible for 1 year? Give me that answer. No response. I ended up going to see the bank manager face to face. And this is what he said, quote unquote, again. What he said to me, he says, nope, you have to give, the 1 year is not suitable. Sorry, let me say that again. So I ended up seeing him and asking him if it's, he said, well, I'll let you know. Anyway, so I emailed him asking for the situation. I get one stupid clause, and then I will put that also on the bottom of the video, word for word what he says. And it was literally a one-liner with stating the fact that the proposed term or proposed that you're given is not suitable. So I went to the bank, and so I emailed them. I said, what is suitable? What does the bank want? No response. Send another one. No response. Finally, I went there, and he said, I just seen your email. We're not going for it. Can you tell us? Can you give us another option? I said, what other option? What does the bank want? And you guys will hear it in the recording, word for word. You guys can listen to it. So I asked them specifically, what is it that I can do? What does the bank want? What does the bank want that is feasible for me to ask the right people to hopefully they can help me to help you guys. And his quote is, it's not up to us to tell you what we want. You're supposed to give us the opinion. We're not here to investigate. I wish I can read it here.
They're going to hear that.
You guys will hear the audio anyway. It's only a 10 minute audio. Anyway, so what ended up happening is very, very simple. So I asked him, I said, what is it that you want? What does the bank want? He said, it's not up to the bank to tell us. We're not in that business. You're supposed to tell us. So I said, it's like in reality playing like Russian roulette. I come every day and give him an option, and then he sends me a stupid message after 3 weeks of waiting to say it's not feasible. So I'm asking you guys on publicly in front of everybody on this video, because I'm telling you I'm frustrated. It's 9 more years, and I'm just asking you, what would you do if you were me? I have no idea. I need some help, and I'm going to send it to every contact I have, and I want you guys to share, to tell me, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should wait 9 years because of my stupidity. But what I'm asking you is just tell me what you believe you would do if you were in my situation. Somebody lost a check. I misplaced it. I don't even believe I got it. And I think you guys can see the thing in front of you. Thank you. Okay, it's okay. You guys, it's a $400,000 check. And it's been 1 year already, and I gave him another year. And I even said to him, on the video you guys will see, specifically, is there anybody that I can ask? Is there anybody that I can ask that can tell me that answer what I need? He says, no. Like, quote unquote, no. I said, why? He said, because I said, there must be somebody. He goes, no, you're talking to me, and you'll hear the voice with the accent. You're talking to me. Anyway, please forgive me, guys. I'm just going crazy. I just need your support. I need your help. I have no idea what to do. What would you do if you lost that kind of money? There's people there's people dying. Like there's so many families waiting for that check to be solved so we can pay the tradespeople, pay some other people. So I need your support, and you guys will see it all. I'm just giving you a taste of it. And if this doesn't help, I promise I'll do another video and again for the next 9 years if I have to. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for listening. Have a great, amazing day. Thank you. Sorry, everyone. My brain is all over the world. But anyway, one statement that I think is very, very, very crucial. I want this one when me and my partner were there, and you'll hear it on the machine also on the recording. We were asking them, like, there's got to be a different option. Like every bank manager, every person that I know that does with the financing, or maybe not the bank manager, but they all say the same thing. The check is stale dated after 6 months. Even if you had $1,000 check and you try to cash it at the bank after 1 year, a certified check. I know they say it's like cash having it forever. Great. But if I took $1,000 check after 6 months and try to cash it, the bank can look at it and say, why haven't you cashed it for 6 months? For some reason. But we're talking about a $400,000 check. if anybody tries to cash it and the check is made out to my name, so even myself, if I went to a bank anywhere on the planet and I try to cash that check, wouldn't they just look at it? It's been a year or 6 months. It's going to be whatever the time is. Let's just say I went there today. It's been 1 year and 1 day. For me to try to cash that check, wouldn't they say why would they do that? Anyway, I try to say that to the bank manager, and this is his response, and I think it's the most. Anyway, this is what his response was. He said, "What if you had a son, which I don't have a son yet? What if you created a son that you put the check in a trust account for your son with the same name? He can come to the bank and try to cash it." So what I said to him, I said, first of all, the driver's license, the passport is not the same person. That's number one. Number two, like it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. So, and he said somebody can go around the world try to cash that check. I said, but like they have to call the bank to verify. He goes, no, they don't. I said, what do you mean, no, they don't? He said, well, some banks, they don't have to verify the check. I said, maybe at your branch, maybe that's what you teach, but other bank managers, I believe, will train the people to look at a check and say, why isn't it being cashed? Or even like I tried to cash a check a couple of months ago, and they put a hold on every check. It doesn't matter if it's even certified or a draft. And you're telling me a $400,000 check, they're just going to put it in, cash it to somebody? But what if they did? What if they did? Doesn't it just make sense that the cameras at the bank, it's 21st century technology? If we're talking at the bank, doesn't it just make sense the bank can take a picture of whoever tries to catch it, even including me, and put me in jail or somebody else in jail for fraudulent? That's what I would believe. And I can keep going on and on and on. And here we are. Thank you very much, guys, for listening. And ladies, the only thing I want you to say is please comment on it, because I just need your support. I believe this is the only way I can do it. I'm not going to go in detail. I was interviewed saying literally the same stuff I'm saying here today, not that long ago, and they put a 9-second clip from all this stuff that I've been saying. But that's irrelevant. That's their procedure, that's their policy. But I just want everybody to see this. Please help me out. You guys, there's just a lot of things being affected, and I'm going crazy. I have other things that I need to accomplish, trying to put my focus on. I can't even focus because there's so many people after me. I appreciate it, and thank you very much. Thank you. Hey guys, just one more quote and I'm finished. After that situation, I called the office of the president, and quote unquote, they said that the file is closed for me to call a company called OBSI, Ombudsman something of security. So anyway, I called them, no response. Called again the next day, no response. I emailed, finally got an email back, quote unquote, further to your voicemail. Anyway, one more thing too. And in my email, I said, does the bank manager work for the bank, or the bank works for the bank manager? And this is their response. Further to your voicemail message on July 30th, July 34th, and your email, whatever, we respectfully advise that our file is closed and it is not our role to respond to the queries on behalf of the bank. Sorry, it just doesn't make sense to me. It is not our role to respond to inquiries on behalf of the bank. What inquiries? Isn't it the ombudsman supposed to be responsible for the bank laws? Maybe they're impartial. I just don't understand. So here I am today, and I just want to say thank you guys again. And I hope to God we can help me solve this. And I appreciate it. Bye-bye.